Now, you have a temple that's earning $1 billion a year, and it doesn't have a gas chromatography. It doesn't have high-performance liquid chromatography. For me, that is the biggest sacrilege. That you're making food that has to touch the feet of the Lord before it goes to the devotees, millions of them. And you're testing the food randomly, just one sample, possibly a year. The food, before the laddus are prepared, the ghee should be tested every time the laddus are prepared. And it is so easy. All you need is a gas chromatography. You have the RM factors for ghee, and I will come to that. You need to find out the contamination through HPLC. The machine costs less than 1 crore. That's the story. Why a temple that's earning $1 billion a year doesn't have a small lab the size of a quarter of this room, fitted with gas chromatography, with 2 research assistants, and HPLC to check for the ghee every time it is used for making the laddus. You check it, it takes half an hour. All you need to do is to check for the tags, triacyl glycerides that are there, that are present in ghee and that are spiked with beef tallow or lard or any other contamination. You can detect contamination up to 0.5% with remarkable accuracy. And Tirupati doesn't have a system to check for ghee before it uses that ghee. That's the story, Shiv. It's not that you detected randomly. First time I'm hearing this. I don't think they even bothered to detect it for decades. Somebody must have said, oh, let me just check this, possibly because the vendor changed, or there was some political motive behind it or something. Otherwise, even this wouldn't have been checked. It should be checked every day. The board members, arrest is a different thing. They should be sacked immediately just for this intransigence.
There are some standards. You're right about having some kind of an on-site lab to look at something like this, given the huge inflow of devotees that come into Tirupati. There are some standards.
Sorry to interrupt, yeah. Not just the inflow of devotees. You see what has happened.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest sacrilege has happened because of this. It's not just saving 1 crore. You're just not bothered about it. You haven't even thought about it.
I'll give you a great example of, how the system isn't bothered about it in just a moment. But, this introduces the possibility then, Anand, that, if past consignments could be tested, it could throw up the same kind of thing then. It's just that someone, for whatever reason, to score a political point now, maybe sniffing some kind of an opportunity after the tender process required a change of supplier, has thrown up this possibility.
But you know what the scary thing is? That somebody in Tirupati, because of political reasons or something, at least gave the sample to be tested. I think they used HPL, same mechanism. It could be happening in hundreds of state-controlled temples. And who's to stop because prasadam is elementary. It's part of the puja. You have to get prasadam. So, this is, I can't believe it. You can still pardon a small temple that can't afford an HPLC, or at least random checks maybe once a week or something like that. But for Tirupati to not have an HPLC on site or gas liquid chromatography, is unpardonable.